Hey folks, so usually I would make some CD clears and I would tie them with the class review releases to paste them out. But in this case, I thought I would instead make a behind the scenes video of how I make these reviews in the first place. And I'll be recording these over my phone as it's much easier to explain what's going on instead of constantly editing whatever the screen footage is. But yeah, this video isn't gonna have any sort of specific order, but I am gonna be starting with the intro section because it's quicker and easier to explain what is going on. As you can see over here, I already got the intro done for Dragon Bite Epoch's last review. I was gonna do a V2 one as well in the same format, but I decided against that because I want to make it a bit more unique. So anyways, you'll see that it follows the same format as the other epochs, and like pretty much any class review that has two classes feature in them or just itself, where it comes in like this, it comes from the side in both of these two, and they like slide out, like you can see like that, like it slides out, and then you got two more panels coming in, and then they basically cross zoom after that, I think. Yeah, and then comes the title, and then comes the name of the class. So there isn't much to explain over here. It's basically just that, like I have the frame over here. So anyway, there's the whole border thing over here, and then I have 4 random footages of Dragon Bite Epoch itself. All of them are from my videos. This is from when Dragon Bite Epoch was fighting Discordia and Legend Main, and the other one is Retribution and Reclamation and Gotta Start Somewhere. I choose random footages sometimes. For the epochs, I mainly chose my videos because I have so many of them, but for the other classes, as you remember, I've taken stuff from Astral and like Primo and all that. I've already given them credits in the description. So here I got the base epochs intro, where as you can see, it has 4 random PNGs and another PNG, and that's about it. It doesn't have any footage from the game itself because it's just like it's all of the epochs. Oh shoot, I changed something. Oh boy, it's all of the epochs, and I wanted to just showcase all of them like this. And you have this, and it just goes off. So it's pretty simple. Like you can see, like there are all these layers for each of the epochs, and like they just push in, and this just freaking cross zoom. Like they just zoom in, and then you see base epoch appear over here. Well, not over here, but as you can see, he's over there. And then he just turns. Now you can see over here I cut the layer, but that's just so that I can like change its rotation and like change its position and all that, because otherwise it would mess with this one when it cross zooms, and it would just start off with like this frame, and that just doesn't make sense. So yeah, it just does this, it goes away, and then the title comes, and then bam. It's pretty simple. Oh yeah, I can't believe I forgot to point this out, but the reasons the borders change each time is just because of like what kind of classes are going to be involved for the current batch and all that. For the first batch, it was just the beginning, so I just had it as that, and I thought I would just use the same color, but then I'm like, you know what, let's just switch things up for the calendar review. So I turned it blue, and then I thought, well, it's the epoch, so like why not change it up even more and like, you know, make it more different. And like I decided, you know what, let's change it again. And for the Doom Knight class review, I'm obviously going to change the border for that one because it's the like, well, it's Doom Knight. I have to change the border for that one. It has to feel unique. So here's Corrupted Doom Epoch's beginning segment, where Corrupted Doom Epoch is trash. Dogged on it so bad. The music isn't added in this segment, at least in this project file, because I always export my videos and then I add the music in, and then I audio balance it. So over here, is trash. Okay, so for this whole segment, it's like a lot of like, it's simple, but like it's not. Like you can see this whole direction thing. I could have figured something out better, but it's alright. I mean, it works. Over here, you can see that this whole thing is there. So I changed the position and the rotation of the footage. So when I play it, one second, I'll just show you what I mean. So when I play it, you'll see that they change. Okay, they don't change, but like, okay, I have to go by keep by frame. Okay, fine. So as you can see over here, they do change. and then that's it. They just go away. The layer just cuts. So over here, as you can see, what I did was I keyframed the positions at like certain moments just to get this whole thing. So I first rotated it out. I was constantly rotating it at the same time as changing the position. Like, okay, so first over here, you can see that it just moves. But then over here, I rotate it, and then I bring the dustbin in by just a simple transition. And you can see that it's pretty choppy. It's not really that good, but like it works. And like since Corrupted Doomstalk goes behind the dustbin, I decided to make it go away as quick as possible so that people just don't feel too off about it immediately. Because I really wasn't gonna go out there and like make an effort to like cut out the dustbin and like make it mask over it and all that, just so that this one small second of a scene can just work better. Like I'm not doing that. It's a class review. Like people are there for the information more than the actual jokes. So yeah, and then I just make Timeless Destiny Epoch appear because it's the supreme one. You know, Underworld Epoch went through a lot. It went through its buff era, it went through its nerfed era, and then it went back to being a broken class as always. So what I did was I had this whole thing, and like I had it as Downfall of Underworld Epoch as over here, as you can see, and I had the bossing rating have a question mark because it's not decided 100%. This was the bossing rating which I had it set to before it was buffed. And in the scenarios that the classes do get changed after the release of the class reviews, I would be making a separate updates video for said class with their like title and everything, and I would just put it next to the old video in the playlist itself, which I'll link down below. So in that playlist, I would just add the new updated video so that people can just watch it from there, and I'll make it public as well. Like if there are any changes to the ratings or anything like that, then I would make a video like that. But right now, since I was pretty lucky to get this done after the changes, I had some fun making this one because I decided to play around with it more. Because I was anyways going to do this whole thing where I turn it into black and white just to highlight how sad it is. I even have like sad music playing in the background. Not in this file, of course, but in the one that's the final edited one. So it goes black and white and then it's all sad. Since Underworld Epoch got changed, I decided to make like this quick cut. To conclude, Underworld Epoch. Cut it over there, and then I bring the static effect over here. It's not an effect, it's a video. And well, yeah, I threw these random text boxes in just for fun because it would be really funny. And I had removed every single layer as well. It breaks the entire class review, as you can see. Like there's no borders over there. There's nothing written on it. It's just like this, and this. Like that's it. So now over here I start with Future Jeff, and like I go on, and then I change the title over here to back to the Rise of Underworld Epoch, and then I fix the rating and make it this. It's finally time to get this clear out of the way. It's Monday! Alright, after receiving feedback from both Caustic and Santi, by the way, huge thanks to them for helping me out with these class reviews. I'm gonna be re-recording a few class reviews due to me speaking too fast or my voice being too muffled. So here we go. The main issue with CD is the awful dawdle face. The main issue with CD is the awful dawdle. The main issue with CD is the awful dawdle face. Yo, I found a funny bug. So you can see the timeline where it shows the fractured self thing, right? The gameplay. So in the previous time I did the Corrupted Doom Epoch review, I had a different gameplay, which was for the Golden Lucky Dragon. And I didn't want that one because it was already featured in the intro. So I changed it to the Fractured Self one. And this is how it looks each time. Like while I play it, Corrupted Doom Epoch, it shows the Lucky Dragon. But when I pause it, it changes to the Fractured Self. Just look. Or CDE for short, can be obtained by purchasing. Look at that. A reskinned or altered. It's hilarious.
accounts who owned a Dragon Amulet for over 2 years. It is either acquired by buying and excellent defenses. Along with that, it has the largest nuke in ADCs in total. Do you know that it is not mandatory to buy this guys?
I'm about to do something whack with the Doom Knight intro. And the Doom Knight intro is officially done. Currently putting together a compilation of all of the thumbnails. Along with that, you can see that there are a few bonus ones over here. Like for all of the calendar classes, I made a different border to suit with their theme. Like for Time Killer, there's a green one. For Chronosy, there's a purple one. For Archivist, it's a yellow one and everything. So yeah. Alright, Epoch reviews done. CD clears done. Doom Knight review done. Now I need to finish exporting this whole junk.